When you look at the CyberTruck, there's a lot to talk about. Of course, this release has updates, and the one line that they did provide was that production is scheduled to start this year. Is this significant for the investor narrative in any way? Or how big of an impact could this have on Tesla, given that they may be having some difficulties with demand for their other vehicles? Well, I think it's really important. In our talks with investors, I think the main focus has really been on what price point Tesla can deliver for this vehicle. Obviously, a lot has changed since Tesla first unveiled the Cybertruck, so I believe the ultimate price point they can deliver is around $675,000. However, that would be less significant to the company if they could deliver the Cybertruck for less than $60,000. Pickups are obviously a big and profitable market, especially in the United States. For now, though, Tesla has released a number of updates on the Cybertruck. This latest information, though, might suggest that the truck is closer than many people realize. Pastors, if this is included in their investor story as of right now, you're probably looking at Q2 2024 if you're factoring that in at all. In addition, to your point, Elon stated in comments that there were more orders for the Cybertruck than we could possibly fulfill for 3 years after the truck started production, so it's kind of like, it's a joke. Reuters has hundreds of thousands of orders. Once again, what fool me? Shame on you, shame on me. We've put this off 3 times already, and there's no word for it. So, just wake me up when this is all over. In the meantime, I have another question about the cost of this Cybertruck. According to Michel Delay, the last time we heard, he was open for $40,000, but that was in 2019, which is a very different world from what it is today. When you talk about the delays and the $40,000 price, well, when you think of the Formula F-150 electric truck, the Lightning, that quickly entered the market while the Cybertruck was still waiting to go on. They already had to raise prices by nearly 11 times, nearly 30%, and now the truck is about $51,000. Therefore, I firmly doubt that you will receive this Cybertruck for anywhere close to $40,000. However, with all of these delays, competitors have more space to maneuver with their electric pickups. And as we previously stated, we still don't know exactly who is interested in purchasing a Cybertruck. There has been a lot of buzz about this buy, so we'll see if it turns out to be your typical F-150 purchase. Apart from that, are you purchasing anything close to this, not for $20,000, and not a Ford F-150, via the entire GigaPress program? It's a line of die-cast aluminum products. Originally, the Idra Group in Italy produced the machines used by Tesla. With the goal of producing greater sections of its vehicles in larger chunks, Tesla has been concentrating on casting technologies. Outside of its Vermont factory, Tesla unveiled what was thought to be the largest casting machine in the world in 2020. Due to the machine's size, Tesla had to assemble it outside of the facility before covering it with a roof. It's interesting to note that Tesla plans to construct yet another enormous GigaPress in Texas. It may end up being the second largest GigaPress ever seen. Hello everyone, and happy return to Tesla tomorrow. The manufacturer of Tesla's biggest casting press, Idra, hinted of a new 9,000-ton GigaPress last year that was going to be the biggest in the world. Since Idra has been hinting at the preparations for the shipment of another 9,000-ton press for a few months now, Tesla has been seen accepting some enormous casting presses in January. Naturally, given Tesla's relationship with Idra, there have been rumors that Tesla is once again the client. Rumor had it that the automaker would be the recipient of the new apparatus. Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas is set to get the new GigaPress, and Musk has now verified that the machine will be utilized for the Cybertruck body in the Texas facility. Will the Cybertruck become available earlier than anticipated? Before we find out, please hit the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications if you enjoy this kind of content so you can be informed about all things Tesla. After the installation of this new GigaPress, Tesla will own the 2 largest presses in the world, both of which are anticipated to be utilized in the manufacturing of Cybertrucks. Within the same, after Tesla successfully integrated the largest casting technique ever, a number of other automakers are apparently considering doing the same. There were rumors somewhere last year that 6 more manufacturers were in talks to use the technology, but it might take some time for them to incorporate it into any vehicle programs. This is not the case with Tesla, though, since the company is already integrating technology more widely, as evidenced by the Cybertruck, which will include an even larger single casting. Pieces, although mass manufacturing of the Cybertruck is not anticipated until 2024. Tesla hopes to begin production this summer. It's still unclear whether starting production will require both gigapresses or if the second one is only intended to be employed to reach high output numbers. Perhaps the most anticipated Tesla project of the year is the Cybertruck, and if it comes to fruition, a number of other projects may follow. As a result of the price reductions the company implemented this year, Tesla's EVs are now more affordable than they have been in years. In late April, the price of Tesla's Model Y SUV, the best-selling model globally and the most popular vehicle for the company, was less than that of a typical new automobile. Tesla reduced the price of the Model Y to $46,990 after adding a less expensive model to its inventory. CEO of ARK Investment Cathie Wood projects that sales of fully electric vehicles would account for 90% of all automobile sales worldwide in 2027 as customers become aware of the transformation occurring. This will likely result in a complete relapse in demand for gasoline and diesel vehicles, potentially even more than for Cybertrucks. ARK is eagerly awaiting the Tesla autonomous taxi. According to a published report, there are different chances on when Tesla will first commercialize its robot taxi business model. The technology research and investment firm indicated that strong safety data and significant advancements in AI might lead to Tesla launching its first completely automotive robot taxi this year. ARK claims that the rapid advancements in AI, ranging from massive language models to diffusion models for image production, could spur innovation in the autonomous driving space. According to ARK, Tesla already employs transformers for lane and intersection prediction, which have been made popular by huge language models. They claim that the Dogo training supercomputer and Tesla's vertical integration strategy are the company's two main competitive advantages. Training is already operating at full capacity, indicating that Tesla will be able to reduce the amount of time between model updates by 2 orders of magnitude with its ambition to expand beyond Dogo next year. It appears that Tesla is almost ready to debut in some areas based on recent videos of its most recent full self-driving software update. According to ARK, 22% of its simulations indicate that Tesla will launch its first completely autonomous robo-taxi into the market this year, while 33% anticipate that the launch will take place the following year. According to ARK Investment, the company thinks that regulators will be persuaded by Tesla's indisputable safety records. Tesla has a considerable advantage over competitors in the regulatory licensing process because of its data bank, which should help statistically demonstrate the safety of its cars. In contrast to their multi-year lifespans, the customer-owned fleet of the automobile firm drives more than 120 million miles every day and over 1 million miles per day in FSD. Only 1 million kilometers have been driven on public roads by Cruise and Waymo without any collisions involving human drivers. According to ARK's research, statistics indicate that Tesla has already surpassed human drivers in performance. 5 times as quick as a manually operated Tesla is the FSD of a Tesla. Although Tesla saw a big increase in demand as a result of its price reduction, the automaker recently raised the price of a number of its models in important areas, including the US and China, so things might not stay that way. The EV manufacturer raised the price of several models, including the Model 3 and Model Y in the US, this year following a series of pricing reductions. China is home to Canada and Japan. In the United States, the cost of Tesla's Model 3 has increased to $33,549 from its prior pricing. The price of the Model 3 and I series of cars has increased by $250. The Model Y is priced at $47,240, while the Model 3 is priced at $40,240. In addition to this, there's also, amidst intensifying industry competition, Tesla's primary rival, BED, revealed a 400% increase in profits during the same quarter of the previous year, with a gross margin that was quite close to Tesla's Q1 figures. The $14,000 BED Seagull, the automaker's first mass-market electric vehicle, was just introduced. BED is possibly Tesla's most dangerous direct rival thanks to its own blade battery technology and a more varied fleet of electric cars. Elon Musk recently acknowledged that the business is growing in markets where Tesla isn't yet dominant or preferred, such as the mass market for inexpensive compact TVs. Tesla won't close this portfolio gap until the Model 2 is eventually released the following year. It is powered by BED's proprietary blade battery structural pack. According to reports, the Seagull stole the show at the most recent Shanghai Auto Show. When pre-orders for the car opened, 10,000 were placed in less than a day, suggesting that BED would find great success with it. Fed's profit margin for the most recent quarter, which was 17.86%, is really getting close to Tesla's gross margin from the first quarter of this year, which was 19.3% from January to March. Following the research earnings release, Tesla's shares fell because to a shortfall on the profit margin expectation, mostly caused by the company's entry into an EV price war. Even though EVs had a marginally reduced profit margin in Q4, we nevertheless presented a very stable prognosis and an aggressive forecast that might be surpassed. Tesla in terms of sales figures for electric vehicles this year, particularly if the Seagull keeps selling at its current rate. It is wise to keep in mind, though, that even with the most recent increase, Tesla's car prices are still lower than they were at the beginning of the year because of multiple price reductions that have taken place globally, including in China and Europe. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, inked a contract in April to increase demand. This means that, according to the automaker's earnings call, the automaker would be aiming for higher sales volumes rather than higher profits, even though Musk believes that autonomy will allow the company to turn a sizable profit. But do you agree with this idea? Please share your value of Tesla with us in the space below. If you'd like to see more about what Tesla has been up to lately, click on the next video that appears on your screen. Talk to you there.